all of my favorite makeup brushes that I've used consistently over the last year. Once I discovered them, I kind of couldn't find anything to replace them that I liked more than the ones I was using. Probably use 5 to 6 brushes that are the same brushes every single day. So I'll share with you those ones, and then I'll share with you the other ones that it's like a bug in here. I'll share with you guys the other ones that I also use and love, but it's not on a daily basis. So this is my brush holder that I keep with me on my desk. These are just the brushes I use the most. I actually cleaned them out yesterday, so it's perfect to film this. It's so cute. I don't know where I got this from. It seems like something that was probably from like Home Goods or something, and I'm pretty sure my boyfriend's mom got it for me, and it wasn't for brushes. I don't even know what it's for, but it's perfect for brushes. I also don't find it necessary to spend a ton of money on brushes. Probably should tell you what I clean my brushes with. It's nothing fancy. I actually just use Dawn dish soap. It gets rid of oil, bacterias. It really helps clean it out better than like my clean, non-toxic dish soap that I use. So if you want to be more careful for like your skin, you can. But a makeup artist actually taught me a trick once, and she cleans her brushes with baby shampoo, but I find that it's not going to get rid of a lot of the bacterias and things like that. So I would clean it with the Dawn first, and then if you really want to condition them and make them really soft, do a second round with the baby shampoo. Number 1 for foundation, it's my favorite brush that I own, and it's my only brush from IT Cosmetics, but it is so soft, so thick. The bristles are incredible. It has a dual-ended side, so it depends on the day, or like if I'm going on vacation or I'm out of town, I just want to minimize and not bring too many things. I'll use this side for concealer. I love a dual-ended because you're basically buying 2 brushes for the price of 1. Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection number 7 brush. So this one's for all over and this one's for concealer, but I'll also use this brush to really get into this area. But any type of foundation, whether it's stick, even if my SPF, I want to put it on with a brush, I'll use this one. Cannot tell you the last time I wore any type of tint SPF foundation without applying it with this brush. It's in every single video. If you start to go back over this last year, it is my most used makeup brush that I own. The next brush I couldn't live without is this F4 brush from Makeup by Mario. It is by far the best, most versatile brush that I have. I used to have one that's very similar from Say that I loved as well, but then this one kind of took over just because it's a little bit more dense and it has a lot more bristles. I use this smaller side for cream blushes or powder blushes, but mainly cream blushes. And then this side I'll use for bronzers or contours. You just go into the hollows of your cheeks like this with the bronzer, contour, and then after that, I flip it onto this side. I use my cream blush, and then that is what I use to press it into the skin. And then if I want to just make sure they're fused and melted well, I'll just go over this again and make sure, so it just kind of like bounce back and forth. It's very good. You can use it for so many different things, and I love it. Next up is a pack of brushes. These are some of my favorites in the pack, and it's from Nikki LaRose, and she's a makeup artist who I ended up working with and loved back in the day. Probably worked with her for the first time in like 2021 maybe, I don't know, but she was already doing YouTube and I didn't even know that when she was working with me. I love them, and I'll show you why each of them is so amazing. The ones that I use without a doubt every single day are these 2, which I'll go over first. The other ones I'll use if I'm home, but I usually don't pack them with me on a trip unless I'm like going to a wedding or really doing my makeup. So this is the best concealer brush I have ever found. This is the Nikki LaRose BK Beauty N16 brush, and I love it because it has this little tipping angle and a diffused end, and it gets more sparse. I have a few other concealer brushes that I love, but they're just simply different. So this one is a very big, thick, dense one. It's very affordable. It's the Omnia BOM 260 brush, and if you've been following me, you knew that this one was my favorite brush, and it was gifted to me from a makeup artist. She was doing my makeup. I was like, wow, this brush feels amazing. It doesn't eat your makeup. It really does like go in and blends it out, and it has such a dense brush that it does melt it in. But because this one is so long, you can like place it versus like really diffuse it. I feel like you don't have as much control. When I do my concealer, I want there to be more covered here than up here. But when I use a brush like this, it's really hard to just focus the product there because the end of the brush is so dense, it can't really fan out the end as much. So you can really use this to not get all the way up there, but just like feather it in. So it's the best concealer brush for that specific reason. So that without a doubt, I'm using all the time, every single day. The next number one brush I'm using is also from that same kit, but it's the N14 brush. It is so dense. It is so fluffy. It also has that nice tapered angle, and I'm using this as my powder brush. I used to use one of the powder puffs like everyone else under my eyes, but I found that I would use a little bit too much for my under eyes and the powder would just be a little bit too heavy. And this way I find I can go into the powder, I knock it off on the back of my hand, and then it's just like feathered in there, so light. I would describe them as light, but full at the same time because they have so much density to them, but they're also very feathery. There you go. The other ones that I use, like I have a few that are a little bit too feathery or a little bit too soft. And it just kind of like, it's flimsy. And then the sides of the brushes that aren't supposed to be touching your face end up touching your face and it leaves lines and it makes it look messy. So anyway, I use this and I go under my eyes with the powders, and this is my under eye powder brush. Number one, love it. I don't know if you can buy them individually, but I would just get the kit because they're almost everything you need for your makeup brushes is in that kit. So these are literally my essentials. We've got foundation, we've got concealer, we've got powder, blush, and bronzer. That's it. I could donate every other brush and not care as long as I have these ones. They're my tried and true. They're my number ones. They're my holy grails. And I'm going to share with you the ones that I still use often, especially if I'm home, but they aren't like dire. One of the brushes that I have is also from the kit of Nikki LaRose. I have a lot of really good like fluffy powder brushes. The one from Hourglass that I have is amazing. Hourglass brushes are so good. I actually would prefer to use these ones because of the control. So this one is from Nikki LaRose as well. It is the N15. It's just your average all over powder brush, and you just use it literally everywhere for your powder. Very straightforward. I don't powder my entire face every single time. Sometimes I just like to go in with this little guy, the same with the under the eyes, and I just kind of feather it in all over that I need. If I'm ever wearing a smoky eye or a shadowed liner or anything that's gonna, I'm getting ready for a wedding and I want like a smudgy brown situation, this is from Nikki LaRose N11 and it is the best smudge brush. You can go in here, you can create a little liner situation. N11, she's great. I'll use her instead of eyeliner because I'm not great with eyeliner. She also has an N13 brush that I love that's in her kit, but also from BK Beauty. So the same brand, but this one is the partnership with her and this one is not. You can see the difference, and I personally would choose to use this guy just for an all over good crease eyeshadow moment. This one is the 212, and I'll have all of these linked below for you so you can have easy access to them. But this one is just the softest in my crease. This one has so much more room before it gets to where you want to use this part, and this I just feel like it has such a wider coverage, and I personally prefer that. I feel like it feels better. I don't know. Another dual-ended brush that I love, this one's from Refi. I think I just prefer sturdy, dense, but light brushes. I don't like them when they're too soft. I don't really have any out right now to show you, but if you know what I mean, when you just kind of press on it, the super cheap ones will do this. If you just press on it, it will fall down. But if you see when I press on this one, it kind of holds its shape, but it's not hard. Like it still presses onto my skin really soft and it feels really gentle and it's very comfortable. And then if I'm traveling and I don't, I'll use this one mainly for powder blushes. So I don't think Refi makes that many brushes, so this one doesn't even have a number, but I'll use this for powder blushes. I'll use this one for powder blushes, and I'll use the Makeup by Mario one I talked about for cream blushes, because this one's a lot more dense, so it works well with creams. And this one has a lot more surface area, and I feel like it feathers it out. It's a lot lighter. It's a lot less dense than the other one, so I feel like powders just feel lighter on here. And then if you want, you can use this side for that under eye instead of this brush that I talked about from Nikki LaRose. So you can see they're very similar, and the way they look. In this little jar on my desk, I have these little spoolies, and although they're not like brushes, they're still worth mentioning. This is a spoolie that it came in like a huge kit from Amazon, and I'll use them. If I have like a gel eyebrow stuff, I'll use one of these spoolies, and then I can bend it like this. You can really get into the lashes and separate them if your mascara is super clumpy for whatever reason. So I find myself using these very frequently, if not every single day. And then I also have my little thing of Q-tips here that's so nice to have on my desk. Also, since we're talking about what's on my desk, these are my little gifts that Emilio gave me for Christmas last year in my stocking. This year he got me a cute little sloth, and it's out there, but this is my emotional support pickle, and it says, "I will always be around to let you know that you're a big deal." And I think he got them on Etsy, and they're like cute little crocheted. And then this is a positive pickle. It's actually got makeup on it. He says, "Positive potato." This is positive potato. "I may be tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do your thing." Aren't they so cute? It's just so cute. Okay. If you're somebody who likes to apply a lot of bronzer that's powder, this is an incredible brush. It's also, you would think I'm sponsored by BK Beauty here, but I'm really not. I just genuinely think the brushes are amazing. The BK Beauty brush 111, and you can see that this angle, it like really is a perfect powder bronzer brush. I don't want to tell you my entire brush collection because it's a lot. Side note for a future video, but Morphe just sent me all of these little buttery blends of brushes, and I've not really tried them yet. So if I ever do an updated favorite makeups video and this is in it, you know that I tried it and I loved it. Also check out my video I'm filming right now, and I'm talking about all my favorite SPFs. A lot of people ask me that are from Europe who can't get things that we can have in the United States. So I'm going to be talking about all the SPFs, where to find them, if you can get them, where they're accessible to. So SPFs is so important, and I feel like it's very hard to find the right one, and I blow through them and I try so many. There's a lot to come in that video. If it's not already live by the time you're watching this video, stay tuned, it's coming up, and I'll see you there.